Every country has a name. But behind some of those names lies a story so powerful it connects oceans, empires, explorers, and revolutions. Today, we travel to South America, to a land of mountains and rainforests, gold and legends, struggle and freedom. This is the story of Colombia. We're not just looking at how the country was formed, but how its very name came to exist, because the name Colombia isn't ancient. It isn't indigenous, and it certainly isn't accidental. It's a name born from exploration, empire, and a fierce fight for identity. This is the story of how Colombia got its name. Long before the word Colombia existed, this land was already brimming with history, thousands of years of it. Indigenous civilizations like the Muisca, the Tairona, the Quimbaya, and the Zenu thrived here. They built cities, they traded intricate goldwork, they worshipped nature, and they developed complex societies long before Europe even knew this hemisphere existed. But none of these peoples called their land Colombia. There was no single, unified name for the entire region. Instead, there were territories, cultures, and identities, all shaped by the stunning and diverse geography around them. Then, everything changed. The year was 1492. An Italian navigator named Christopher Columbus, sailing under the Spanish crown, crossed the vast Atlantic Ocean. He firmly believed he had reached the shores of Asia. He was wrong. Instead, he had stumbled upon a world that would forever be known as the Americas, and in doing so, he reshaped global history. Now, it's a crucial fact that Christopher Columbus never actually set foot in the land we now call Colombia. But his voyages became the bridge, the irreversible link that connected Europe to the Americas. To the people back in Europe, Columbus became a symbol of discovery, of expansion, and of immense power. His name, when Latinized, was Columbus. And from that name, a powerful idea began to form. An idea that would centuries later become Colombia. Following Columbus, Spain began its aggressive campaign of conquest and colonization across the Americas. The region that includes modern-day Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and Panama was absorbed into the vast Spanish Empire. But Spain did not call it Colombia. Instead, it was officially known as the Viceroyalty of New Granada. For nearly 300 years, this land was ruled, taxed, and controlled by a distant monarchy. Gold and other precious resources were systematically extracted and shipped across the ocean. Indigenous populations suffered immense hardship, their societies and cultures torn apart. African slaves were forcibly brought in to work the mines and plantations. Throughout this long, brutal colonial period, the name Colombia still did not exist as a country. But as an idea, a whisper of a new identity, it was beginning to take shape in the minds of a few. By the late 1700s and early 1800s, a revolutionary idea was spreading like wildfire across the Americas: freedom. From north to south, independence movements were igniting. Thinkers, poets, and revolutionaries began using the name Colombia as a poetic and symbolic term for the entire American continent. But why Colombia? It was to honor Christopher Columbus, not necessarily the man himself, but what he represented, the symbolic moment the New World and the Old World met. Colombia came to represent a new beginning, a land free from the grasp of European monarchies, and a powerful new identity forged in the Americas. This idea captivated leaders across South America, but it resonated most deeply with one man in particular. That man was Simón Bolívar, known to history as El Libertador, the Liberator. Bolívar was the strategic and ideological leader of independence movements across the northern part of South America. In 1810, rebellions against Spanish rule erupted. After years of brutal warfare, by 1819, freedom was finally within reach. Bolívar didn't just want to create a collection of small, separate countries. He envisioned a single grand united nation, a powerful republic strong enough to stand on its own on the world stage. And he had the perfect name for it: Gran Colombia. The name was chosen deliberately. Colombia was a direct nod to Columbus, but Bolívar and the other founders repurposed it. It now symbolized a new, independent identity, completely separate from the colonial power of Spain. Gran Colombia was a massive state, including the territories of present-day Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and Panama. For the very first time in history, Colombia became an official name on the map. It was the birth of a nation, born from an idea. However, the dream of a unified superstate was short-lived. Gran Colombia did not last long. Deep political conflicts, bitter regional tensions, and struggles for power between its leaders proved too much to overcome. The massive republic began to fracture, and by 1831, it had completely collapsed. The Grand Union split apart into the separate countries we know today: Venezuela, Ecuador, and later Panama. But one nation, the central core of the former republic, decided to keep the name. That nation became the Republic of Colombia. So why did they keep it? Because by then, the name had become more than just a geographic label. It represented the very spirit of their struggle. It stood for independence, for the dream of unity, and for a new identity forged in the fires of revolution. It was a declaration of a permanent break from colonial rule. Colombia chose to keep the name, and in doing so, make it entirely its own. Today, the name Colombia carries all of these complex layers of meaning. It reflects a deep history of indigenous roots stretching back millennia. It reflects the painful but influential period of Spanish colonial history. It reflects an age of European exploration that connected the world. And most importantly, it reflects a powerful story of independence and revolution. Of course, some people debate the name. Christopher Columbus is a deeply controversial figure today, and for good reason. His legacy is tied to colonization, exploitation, and immense suffering for native peoples. Yet for many Colombians, the name of their country isn't just about one man. It's about something much bigger. It's about the moment the Americas exploded onto the world stage. It's about the generation-long struggle to redefine their identity on their own terms. And it's about a nation choosing its own name in its first breath of freedom. Colombia is not just a word. It is a story written across oceans, shaped by explorers, fought for by revolutionaries, and lived by millions of vibrant people today. From Columbus to Bolivar, from empire to independence, from a powerful idea to a proud nation, that is how Colombia got its name. Because behind every name on the map, there is a history. And history never forgets. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story fascinating, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more hidden histories from around the world. We'll see you next time.